Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how to get him. And so first of all, you need to talk to him. I don't know if you actually do, but for good measure, you talk to him. And he mentions how he doesn't know who you are, and you have to do some stuff for him. So, yeah. But then afterwards, you have to go to this game called Beginning and the End. Well, I'll put the link to this game in the description, but you have to join to this game because there's a very specific badge you need to get, which is his key, which this is for one of the later parts of the badges, which is mainly for the prototype, so I'll shut up and actually go into this now. Alright, and when you arrive in the game, you have to follow these fireflies, because eventually it will lead you down to a bunker, in which the bunker includes a key card for which you need to go get the other badge to unlock these. So I'll just skip over to when I get over to the door. Alright, and after you're done following the fireflies, you go into here, which is the MIG elevator. Just hold that. And then down we go. So, yeah, this literally just goes on for like a little minute, so, yeah, I guess I'll also skip this part too. Alright, and then afterwards, like during that, you'd more than likely go through a, like, spaz attack moment where the elevator's crashing down, but, yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that's a big fall, but then afterwards, you have to slowly traverse through this mine and grab this tablet. And after you turn on the tablet, you, of course, use it. Like, why wouldn't you? And then the code is mine 56. Then after, you open an entrance, which gives you access granted. So, after you open it, you go down here, in which this is where the door goes. And then after you climb down, you go into this sewer area, in which you have to open this door. Then after you open that door, you have to go through, of course, another door. Then after you open that door, would you guess, you go through another door. And then after you open that door, would you guess, you go through another door. This door doesn't work. So, you instead have to go the other way. Because that way over there doesn't work. And you'll just have a jammed door to deal with. So instead, you go into the storage room, in which you're actually allowed grant access. And as you can see, there are prototype dummies all over the place, which this comes in handy later for this room. Alright, don't worry though, I didn't skip this for bad reason. It's one pathway, so if you don't know where you're going, it's literally just one pathway, so you don't need to worry about that. But after, you grab the key here, in which you'll get a badge. And after that happens, these guys start to move. But you don't really need to be in this game anymore. So afterwards, you leave over to the next game. So I'll go into the next game now. Now, after you obtain this badge, just as a reminder, this is the badge you need. It's called His Key, and it's by this guy. And of course, get it in there, which I already showed you how to get. But after you get that, you have to come over to this game, Point of No Return. by the same guy, which I'll also link in the description, so don't worry about that, which this is where the main part of these two badges are, so I need to shut up again and go into the game. Alright, so now we're in the game, so you should go through a dialogue in which it talks about finding him, in which that him is David Moore. Do not talk to this guy, because he just gives random dialogue about what happens around here, but your main goal is to find 4 colors which are randomly spread across the map. Like, they can be in these alleyways, or they can be in like wide open areas with the buildings. So I'll cut to each part of where I find a color. Alright, so here's one of them for me. So my second color is blue. So yeah, you have to find stuff like this that is scattered across the map. The only thing I'm aware of, however, is that I'm pretty sure the colors and the spots of the colors are actually randomized. So I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but the colors might be randomized and in different spots for everyone. So that's something I'm not aware of. So if you know if that's true or not, then tell me in the comments. But I'll just skip over to when I find the other few colors. Alright, and here's my 4th color, which is also blue. So blue, blue. Just also as a note, there's a button right here which you also need to click. Here is also another secret button, so press that as well. Alright, and here is my 3rd color, which is green, so blue, green, blue, but I still don't have the first one. So now, if you have your colors, make sure you press that button that I showed you earlier and input your colors here. So mine is blue, green, blue. And also, realistically, you don't need to know all 4. You actually only need to know 3 because you can realistically just guess the 4th one. Then after that happens, you open up this safe with a special key. But you don't instantly use this key. You actually have to go over to this garbage area. Or not garbage. Why am I calling it a garbage area? I meant to call this a back alleyway, in which behind these garbage cans, this button, it originally would be dark, but now it is bright. So after you click it, the door to a building near where you originally spawned, which is the Billy's building that has the construction on top of it, you go into that door right there and use this key. So I'll skip over to when I get there and I'll show you where to put the key at. So yeah, you come up on top of this building in which there's a alleyway that had one of the colors, so right here, that has a broken fence, and then you go up here, you climb up here, which it can be a bit tricky for some people, but it's not too hard to do. But after you do that, you come over to this side, you jump on top of these wooden planks here, you go around the bars, and then this door should be open if you have the colors, the buttons, and the key. But the key is actually used for this door, in which there will be a bunch of numbers here. And notice how all of them are zeros except for this one here, in which this one is referring to a place all the way down here, which is the graveyard. So you come over to the graveyard and it might just be all of these tombs here. But if you correlate to where the number 1 was on the giant pads of zeros, then you would have it on the 3rd row here, and you would have to go all the way up to the 2nd one in the row. And after you click this button here, a hatch inside of the statue will open, in which you will gain a key card. Then after you get the key card from the tomb statue over here in the graveyard, you actually have to go back into the shop over here in which, for me at least, you find the third color. Then after you come back in the shop, you have to hop over here in which this will show up. And since it says 6 pink, I have to click something pink 6 times. And that thing is fences. So after you come out, it's going to be nighttime. And since it's nighttime, you have to go over here to where the park is, and you have to jump behind the fences over here, into which you will find the houses over here. But none of these houses are needed except for this one here. So you have to click this here, and you'll have these fences all clicked. Then after you click those fences, you come over to here, and there will be a button here to click as well. Then after you click this button here, you have to traverse through the town until you see a specific building that has a glow-up door. So as you can see, here is the glow-up door. So you have to go around here, back to where the store is, and you'll find the door here. Now, this is where it gets a bit annoying. So you have to jump up here to the later floors, and you'll find these up here, which I might be a bit bad at it, but you have to constantly keep jumping back and forth onto these trusses to slowly climb up the roof. So yeah, you climb up here, the bounce, you have to wedge yourself on here, and grab another key here. Then after, after you grab the key here, you jump on this, and then you jump over to here, in which you carefully go through, and then jump on this broken wall. Then after, you have to super carefully, do not fall into there. You have to carefully climb up here, jump onto this one, then also very carefully jump through here until you're good enough to make it over here. And after, you open this door in which you find David Moore. I'll just say what he says for his dialogue. So you finally arrived. I knew you'd make it. You just seem to have it in you. There's a back entrance, you know. You didn't have to go through all that. I assume you have questions, many questions, but there's no time. They're looking for me, and now that you're here, they're likely looking for you as well. They know who you are, and I do too. They have everyone stored in that little database of theirs. That's why I took it upon myself to make a puzzle, a challenge for you to find me. I had to make sure never mind. This must be a lot to process. First, you're running around and looking for clues. And now you come in here, and the truth is, I am leaving Dorthpeck today. I become a risk for these people. I know you want to know more, but past this point, I can't help you, and you made a target out of yourself. But I have had enough. I could just leave right now and put everyone in danger. I'm not gonna let that happen. You may leave now. I'll be outside soon. Once we get there, just stay inside and wait for me to handle the situation. Be patient. I really wish we would have met under better circumstances. I'm sorry. Then after you talk to David Moore, you have to escape out of the building, in which you have to run outside until you find David Moore's car, in which you're escaping the city inside of his car. So here is David Moore's car. It's relatively near spawn, but yeah, hop inside his car, in which you'll escape the city. However, after you load into the new area, you have to wait 4 minutes for David Moore to come back. And as you can see here, he goes off. But you have to wait 4 minutes. And I'm just going to sit here for 4 minutes to wait for him to come back. I'm joking, oh cut. Alright, and after you wait about 4 minutes, David Moore should be coming back. In which, after he comes back, you drive back down to the city, in which you can have a little conversation with David Moore. Well, that's that. I picked out my stuff and said my goodbyes. I'd like to apologize again for this whole deal. You didn't have to get involved. I doubt anything will happen to you or the others now. Hypo may still be out there, but I can rest easy. Just in case, you should know. If you ever stumble upon anything from the Marine Investigation Group, please let it be. Don't go near it. It's too dangerous. I'll be leaving now, but while you're here, can you please make sure the others stay safe? These people are like family to me. I'm sure you'll get along. I've met too many people who seem careless about other stories if it doesn't benefit them. They like to get straight to the point and leave. I trust you're better than that. As for me, I've decided it's time to turn a new leaf. I don't want to get involved with science anymore. I'm tired of that business. They called me from the distant city, the brightest city, as they call it. They need someone for accounting at a factory, I believe. Whatever it is, I'm sure it will be better than all this. I hope it is. Oh, I almost forgot. I feel like you should have this. Here, in case we ever meet again, I'm always up for business. I admire you, you know. With that persistence, you're bound to great things. I wish you the best. Goodbye. Thank you for finding me. And after you talked to David Moore, of course, you saw the badge. But that's not all. You might have gotten David Moore, but you still have the prototype, in which you come up to this door, which this is now open, in which the code you have to input is 32846829. Enter. And after, you have access inside of this building, in which it's a broken down hotel. But you have to climb all the way up to David Moore's room. In which, when you're in David Moore's room, you'll find this room here, in which there's a book. Which I'm not going to read all of it since it's mainly just lore stuff. But take a minute to read it if you want to. And after you get this, you can't move, because if you turn around, this breaks in, and it kills you. Alright, then, when you come back to Bear Star after you've completed all that, you talk to David Moore again, and he'll actually recognize you this time, due to how you've been through the entire adventure of getting David Moore. And after, you unlock the David Moore skin, There you go. And if you did the other side quest, you'll get the prototype. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.